everyone, I am here to do a soul connections and separation reading for the full moon in Scorpio, which is today, May 18th. And I don't know about you, but I started feeling this energy really strong a couple days ago. I have had so many things, people from the past, situations from the past, dreams, just things coming up, hidden things, things I didn't even know, and I still need to explore. So it's just been extremely intense, and I've had a lot of physical symptoms. You can probably tell I'm still a little bit stuffy, but I'm feeling quite a bit better now just by taking just a day to just rest and recoup. So that being said, let's get started. I'm going to do my usual format with the masculine's energy, the feminine's energy, and then the shared energy between the two and the connection. And we'll see what's going on with this full moon. All right, and I don't know, I've been burning up too, absolutely on fire. I've got my fan on, and I'm still like an electric current going through me. So hopefully the cards don't blow away. We will see. All right, masculines. What's going on with the masculines right now with this intense energy? Masculines. Whoa. Okay, so I just flipped out. Everything's secretive here. All right, there we go. That's what I'm looking at. All right, so the first card that you guys just saw flip out was the Page of Wands, which we'll see what the rest of their energy shows. But to me, that represents communication. In this deck, this is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. It's excitement and curiosity. So already I'm kind of sensing there might be a renewed spark or interest. Something's getting them to draw back to the memories and to think about this connection and their divine feminine. And I'm just getting renewed spark. So we'll see what else comes out, and then maybe that'll make different sense here. Okay. Wow. Not surprised to see that one come out. Wow. Okay. Let's see yeah. I'm going to take that one too. Wow. Masculines. Wow. Okay. So, like I said, the Page of Wands flipped out. Pages are definitely a communication card. Wands is very fast-moving energy, okay? So keep that in mind. It's fire as we go forward. The first card that came out after that in the spread was the Page of Swords, which is thoughts. So I think the masculine, I think this came through, I believe, in the last reading that I did at the new moon, I think it was, that he's very much in his head right now. He's definitely thinking about maybe how to rekindle that spark, how to come forward, how to communicate. But the problem that's blocking him right now is he's not quite in the King of Cups energy yet. He's not, this one's emotional mastery. He's not quite mature enough emotionally to be able to know what to say, how to say it, to have the confidence. And he's really not even sure, I don't think at this point, what he's feeling. I've been hearing too that the masculines are just going through an emotional upheaval right now. And there's a lot with this moon that's forcing them, some of them have tried to run from the connection, tried to hide from it, tried to deny it, and the energy is kind of forcing stuff to the surface and not letting them do that anymore, not letting them ignore it. So I'm getting the sense that he's definitely, wanting to communicate, he's thinking about it, he's just not quite ready emotionally to know what to say. And in the recent past, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is satisfaction, wish fulfillment. It's a very beautiful card, but I'm picking up on the 9 can be solitude, an energy of solitude. So in some situations, obviously, if this is a soul connection and separation video, and you're watching this and it's resonating, you're not with this person, right? So I feel like, at least, you know, in many of these dynamics in this collective, that the masculines are the ones that left the connection just because, again, they weren't ready emotionally. And both parties obviously mirror each other, and they both have cycles to close out. But I think it's representing that he went off on his own, thinking he could find something and have his wishes fulfilled elsewhere. And he's starting to realize now that his divine feminine, and see, I mean, how beautiful is this? There's a full moon and there's this beautiful woman dancing there. I think he's starting to realize the grass wasn't greener on the other side. He's realizing he can't fight this connection. He can't get her out of his head, right? But there's still some things that need to close out. The current energy is death. I mean, you can't make this up, guys. I mean, the Scorpio moon is all about closing out cycles. And I know we said that before, but I myself have never in my life, I've never experienced anything this crazy with the people coming back in, with the situations presenting themselves, with the dreams. There's so much energy forcing us to close this stuff out, because it's, I mean, for those of you, especially if you're a twin flame and you signed up for this journey, the universe isn't messing around. You signed up for this. You have to do these things, or you're going to be forced to do it energetically, and that's what these moon cycles are part of that, and these the solar storms, the light coming in. So what is the masculine? What is he wanting? He's wanting 6 of Wands. He's wanting success, recognition. He's wanting this to work with her. He's wanting to come forward to his queen. Okay, you've got the Queen of Wands, which could be, again, you have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So this could be specific to a female fire sign and a male water sign connection, but it doesn't have to be. Again, I just went with the energy of the emotions, right? And that's blocking him from coming forward. That's the most relevant, but if that resonates, that you are a fire sign or vice versa and they're a water sign, that could certainly mean that too. So, but he wants to come forward to his queen. She's confident, she's magnetic, she's on fire, she stepped into mission, she's doing these things, and he sees it, and both of them are working out and closing these cycles. I'd be shocked if that doesn't come out in hers. I'm sure we're going to get some marrying in the energy, but we'll see what happens. But the moon energy is, I think, really going to propel something forward. And some of these connections, depending on what wave you're in, you've got the Chariot charging ahead, right? Didn't this pop out first? The Page of Wands, which is very fast moving fire energy. You've got the Queen of Wands in here. You've got the Chariot, major arcana, right? Death is a major arcana, followed by the Sun. I mean, clearing out this stuff, I feel like he's not in as heavy of an energy anymore, honestly. I feel like the last couple of readings, he was very much heartbroken. The channeled message, I think I came out, he was in this, there was 10 of Swords, I think, and 5 of Swords, at least at some point. But you've got a lot of communication wanting to happen. You've got a lot of cycles closing. He's in this energy of closing stuff out versus wallowing in it, in the sadness. He's like, okay, I know I need to do this now. I've got to charge ahead because she's in my light. Didn't we say this in the that came out in the channeled message, that the feminine, you need to be my light? And I'm seeing here, I don't have any really negative cards for him, that he's, whatever that tower was that came out, if you guys watched that channeled message, I think it was last video I recorded, whatever that was, he's charging out of it quickly. Chariot, Sun, he's going to become balanced, right? 2 of Pentacles, more balanced in the physical, and maybe wanting to work together with his feminine and realizing what this is. And okay, we can do this together, because the outcome was the 8 of Wands, you guys. Didn't I say, I mean, when this Page of Wands flipped out, that he's wanting to come forward? There's a surge of some sort, energy surge, communication. And it's when he gets to this King of Pentacles, stability, right? He's getting there, he's working on it. That's when he's going to come forward. But this is very positive, right? I'm not feeling any heaviness like I have with the masculine, and I don't think we need to really clarify anything. So I'm going to put these back in the order they came out in case we need to refer back. All right, and then we're going to do the feminine. Of course, I'm already running behind here on time. We're going to use the Mermaid Tarot for the feminines to see where they are right now. Divine Feminines, full moon energy. Divine Feminines. my God. Okay. This is beautiful. Okay. All right. So, I guess what I'm getting some mirrored energy here with the feminine that she had the Page of Cups come out, right? We had a lot of pages. There's a lot of communication. I think she's wanting to communicate love um, to her masculine. I mean, clearly, obviously, don't all the feminines want to do that, right? The Empress is blocking her. So I guess I'm equating to this is she realizes he's not quite ready, right? He's not quite ready to handle an Empress. And she also realizes, too, she's still got some cycles to close out, focus on herself and do those things. So she's not going to be in a position where she was in the past. I'm getting to where she's going to be the one chasing him, offering the love. You know, look at this. It's like this little kid trying to keep this fish in the water. And it's like the fish is like, nope, I want to run. I'm going to get out of here. She's not going to do that anymore. She's not going to embody that energy. She knows that the Empress doesn't do that, right? So I think she's kind of holding back, waiting until he realizes who his Empress is and he comes to her. In the past couple weeks, she's got the Knight of Swords. To me, I think we've had it come out, just cutting out the bullshit, right? Cutting out the patterns, realizing the things that are no longer serving, just being done with it. The Ace of Swords is the current energy, right? So she's, again, with this full moon, it can signify a new beginning, but she realizes she's got to cut out the stuff from the past first, right? So it's like he had death, she had Ace of Swords. She's just coming out of that, and he's about there. What she wants, of course, she wants the Two of Cups. I mean, that's the divine partnership. That's the them together. That's what she wants, and she's actually. I'm getting this. Oh, I know what else I'm picking up on too. So, past couple weeks, she was the Knight of Swords, right? The Knights. I mean, they come forward. They're kind of swift, but maybe they're not as strong. They're not as stable. They're not as secure or sure of themselves, right? But she knew she had to cut some shit out. She knew she had to be done with it. Deep down, she knew it wasn't going to keep her on path. But she wasn't quite ready to just fully take the gauntlet down, right? But now she's got the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. I mean, she's not messing around. I feel like the feminines have had sort of this epiphany that, all right, this shit, I'm sorry to keep cussing, but all this stuff keeps coming back over and over, and you think you're done with the lesson, and it's like, clearly you didn't close it out. And now's the time to use the Ace, the Knight, the King energy, and cut it out. Both counterparts have got the Two of Pentacles, which is really beautiful. I think both of them are finding their balance, right? The balance in their energy. Because again, she's not going to come forward with that cup of love and gush over him and chase him. She's going to let him come when he's ready. So that's beautiful. And again, she's embodying that energy, that balance, the hermit. She's kind of staying within. She's okay being in separation because she's reached this realization that light, that she's being guided by the divine, right? And once she stops fighting it and resisting it, her King of Cups is going to come. I mean, oh my God, you guys, I don't even believe this. I just got the correlation, right? I mean, because he was blocked by the King of Cups because he wasn't ready, right? And then I say, if he's not ready, she's not ready. We're mirrors. She continues to focus on herself, balance her energy, the stillness, right? Just find that balance, the masculine, the feminine within. Find that stillness, cut out all the crap. The King of Cups is coming, and he's going to be stable. Four of Pentacles. He's going to have a solid offer. And I'm not even kidding you guys. The bottom of the deck was death. Oh my God. And the sun is underneath that. I don't even know what to say. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So now we don't need clarifiers. This stuff is pretty clear cut. This is amazing. we're going to look at the connection between the two. We'll see what comes out for that, and then if there's time, I will pull some additional cards just for messages from each party to the other right now. So let's get, this is the Star Tarot for the union or reconciliation or whatever you want to call it. Whatever term resonates with you, depending on where you are. Death. You can't make this shit up, you guys. It came out. Death came up in every single spread. Different decks. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Okay, so the connection. This is the connection. I wonder why that's there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Okay. I don't even know what to say, you guys. This is... All right, so I think that for the connection, Death is the first card out, which is being blocked by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, as many of you know, is the Twin Flame 1111 card. So I feel like, excuse me, I feel like this, something to this effect came out before, but I think perhaps with the connection with the two, for them to come together, for the counterparts to come together, again, we've got to close out all these cycles, but there's been some hesitancy on one or both counterparts for them to not want to close out things, or to just kind of have this subconscious thought of, well, maybe because they don't believe, right? They don't believe that this is really going to happen. They're, especially the feminine. They don't believe that the masculine's ever going to wake up. They don't believe that the masculine is ever going to come forward or change. So I think that was part of the reason why these cycles keep coming back, because the feminine especially, but the masculine too, keep going back to karmics, feminines are doing it too. They don't quite, there's just this fear, like this is really not going to happen. So I'm not going to quite close everything out because I just really don't fully believe it. I'm going to have one foot in the 3D, one foot in the 5D, and I don't know. So that's sort of what's been going on. And that caused them to, Eight of Cups, I think, move on, especially, to move on, to try to move on to other things, to say, you know what, this is just too painful. It's just too painful to try to deal with these spilled cups, to deal with this darkness, to deal with this pain. I'm going to try to find my happy ending elsewhere. And that's what both partners were doing. But the current energy is the Four of Swords, healing from that, right? Especially the masculines, I think, because of the emotions that they're having to face. It's one thing to go through this process and have to close all these things out and have all these tower moments happen and things like that. As a feminine, or if the masculine is awakened, I mean, if you know why it's happening, what's happening, it's still hard enough at times to deal with it. But think about those who, especially predominantly the masculine energy, they're not awakened. They don't understand what's happening, why it hurts so bad, and why do I keep trying to do this, and I want to go down this path to get away from this connection because it was just too painful. And then they keep trying, and the universe keeps throwing roadblocks at them, and they're like, why is my life falling apart? I don't know, because they need to focus on the path. And so right now, one or more of the counterparts might be feeling left out in the cold still a little bit, just because there's not been that progress. Especially the masculines, I'm sensing, just because things aren't working maybe with their karmics. Those situations are coming into an end. They haven't been in touch with their feminine in quite a while, and they're afraid maybe that she's not going to take him back. But what I'm seeing here is both parties need to have strength. Major Arcana. That's the infinity symbol here as well. And I think this is the card of Leo. So Leo season is not very far away. That also looks like a new moon. I don't know if the next new moon is in Leo or if it's in Cancer. I can't remember. I think it's in one of them. I don't know for sure, but obviously I'll talk more about it when it's time. But excuse me, having the strength to slay those demons, right? She's holding that snake. And she's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. Opening her heart, staying strong, and slaying it. Slaying those serpents, right? Knight of Swords, cutting it out. Cutting it out. And again, we had that energy in the feminine's reading. The Hierophant is spiritual, right? Waking up to the connection. I sense again very strongly that the masculines are going through a rapid awakening right now. They're realizing that all of the connectedness of these things and that everything is leading back to her. He's seeing signs, I think, constantly of her. He's dreaming about her, and he can't, he's starting to realize, I think, that there's something special about this connection and that it's destined. That's a major arcana, by the way. Strength is the Hierophant, death. And then you've also got another major arcana. You've got the Fool, which is the new beginning. There's a new beginning coming for this connection. There is a new beginning coming. And I think the energy of this full moon is definitely pushing some stuff along. There's been some major, major shifts. And guess what? The new beginning is followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Another major arcana. The wheel is turning. Cycles are closing. 10. Death in all 3 readings came out, you guys, or threads. What is the wheel bringing? 9 of Cups, which to me I'm seeing as self-love. Each partner has to love themselves completely before they can get into union. And guess what happens when they do? 2 of Cups. I mean, and there's a full moon with a heart at the 2 of Cups. So that, I think, is further evidence that this full moon is extremely, extremely powerful in moving along these connections. Wow. Every time I do these, I keep thinking there can't be one that's even more profound than the last. And it just keeps happening. So let's do, let's see. We're going to do Twin Flame messages. I just love these cards. What the masculine wants to say. That one wanted to pop out. What does the masculine want to say? And this I get more as like the 3D masculine, right? This is the darker energy, the one who's not awakened. There's what they would say to you if they could, right? This is not his higher self. This is him in 3D. There's a lot of, I feel like they want to come out. So I'm getting drawn to pull. The third one, those 2 popped out. Okay. So I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So yeah, again, in the feminines, she's sensing that. That's why she's not coming forward to express her love, because, you know, I found out in my own situation too. It's like the harder I tried to tell this person how much I cared and how special he was and how much I believed in him and all these things, it's like the more you push, you're going to repel that person away, right? Because they sense you as just so powerful. If they don't believe it themselves, there's nothing you can do or say to convince them of their own self-worth, right? So I think the feminine was picking up on that with the Page of Cups. She has so much love to when he does come back, she's just gonna tell him, you know, I never stop loving you, no matter what has happened. No, you know, that's what she's gonna say. I never stop loving you, and I forgive you, and I understand why these things happened, and she realizes that, so she's holding back. She realizes that he still doesn't feel, you know, we didn't get the Emperor come out this time, right? I mean, he doesn't feel like, he's not even a king yet, right? He's working on it. He's very, very close, but he still doesn't quite feel like he can meet the expectations. And he also says, I'm more affected than you know. So even though he's not showing it in 3D, he's still feeling the connection. He says, I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. He doesn't. Again, that was the communication that wanted to happen. What were the cards that came out? Page of Swords blocked by the King of Cups. He doesn't know what to say right now because he's not emotionally ready. But this full moon energy is really, I mean, at least at a minimum, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not professing, oh, there's going to be all these unions, but it's both counterparts are waking up to the connection and realizing kind of these epiphanies of what they need to do for their own inner work to progress it forward. And there's going to be less resistance, especially on the feminine's part, but I think even the masculine's part. I think it's going to happen really fast. Once the feminine stops resisting and closes out those cycles, I think it's going to pull him along really quickly, the masculine, in many of these connections. Real quick here, we'll get a message for the feminine to the masculine. What's the feminine going to say to the masculine? Oh, you guys. Partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. So didn't we get the Two of Pentacles in both of their reading, the energy of the masculine and feminine? She's wanting to work together as a team. She feels strong enough and ready enough that her light is bright enough to kind of help him along, and that they would communicate well, and that they could work through the things together as a team. If he's not ready, or that it's not in the divine timing yet for that to happen, she's saying, seek out people, who can support you through this as you go through this awakening. And that's essential to talk about it and to find somebody who can help you. But the feminine saying, I want to help you. I want to be there for you, but I'm going to stay back. I'm going to stay still. I'm going to stay balanced and work on myself and let you come to me when you're ready. So that is so beautiful, you guys. I don't know if the time's going to run out, but I'm going to pull some surrender cards. If it does run out, then I'll post them on the page, on my Facebook page. But this is the full moon, so what needs to be let go? This will be applicable to both parties because they're marrying each other so much right now. I won't pull a separate one. Whoa, you guys. Okay. Oh, wow. How funny, right? The universe is so funny. Surrender your attachment to results. Surrender frustration. So stop resisting, right? Flow. Let go of attachment to this particular person. Face the grief and the feeling that you would have if this person, and you never came together with them. Face it, feel it. I thought I had let go and detached, and then I was forced, I think, being told it was never going to happen with a particular person, and I still don't know that it is, but facing that grief and that pain really has progressed me on my journey. And there was still some frustration that, okay, if it's not happening with this person, I'm just going to go back and live my fun 3D life, right? I'm just going to have fun. And the universe is like, no, you're not. No, you're not. You got to close this cycle out. You got to close this cycle out. So I got very frustrated and I had to let go of that. And now I'm in this place. It's like, clearly these things are happening for a reason, right? If you're on this path and these things are happening to you in this manner and this is resonating, just go with it. Embrace it. How exciting is this, right? So I hope this resonated with you guys. Just take care of yourself during this energy. It's very intense, but it's very, very profound, and it's amazing when you can release some of these things, let go of these things. You don't want them coming back. Don't say release. Let go. Close it out. All right. Love you guys.